Henry Ford, the great businessman and the founder of Ford Motor Company, said, "Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right." Dear friends, if we believe that we can do a particular thing, then there are more chances of succeeding in doing that. But if we think that we cannot do a particular thing, then there are more chances of not succeeding in that. This invites us to stretch the muscles of our mind. That is, the more we believe, the more chances are there that we will succeed. Some days back, I attended an online course by Jim Quick. Jim Quick is a well-known speaker on memory and learning. In the course, he invited the participants to engage in an exercise which proved that our beliefs influence our performance. Now, I invite you to partake in an experiment which is based on the exercise which I attended in the course with Jim Quick. Let us do the exercise. Hand in front of you, and now gently stretch it to the right. To the maximum, and notice the point up to which you are able to stretch. Now gently come back to the old position. You can put your hands down, relaxed. Now I am inviting you to a small meditation. Close your eyes if that helps. Now in your mind, see yourselves as made of rubber, something very elastic, and perform the same exercise only in your mind, in your imagination. Lifting your right hand and stretching it to the right. Remember, you are made of rubber. You are very elastic. You can stretch yourself much more than you think. Keep stretching. Feel your back twisting very gently. Now try the maximum point to which you can reach. Gently, when you are comfortable, you can open your eyes. Now, dear friends, we are going to perform the same action once again. I invite you to raise your right hand and start stretching it to the right. Take it to the maximum point possible. And notice the point up to which you are able to stretch. Gently come back. You can relax, put your hands down. Thank you for joining in this experiment. So, dear friends, can you share about your experience?
Yes, so I found that belief does play a role. I specifically pictured myself getting my arm out to my side, so going all the way around, and as we see in the video, it happened. So belief does in fact play a role in something like this.
At the first moment, I had maybe some difficulties to stretch, but in the second time, I can see that I more flexible and I had more movement, and I can see the difference between the two actions.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining in the experiment. I am sure you must have found differences in performing the same activity the second time. You also might have noticed in the video the volunteer on the left was able to stretch his hand around 50%, and the person on the right was perhaps able to stretch his hand about 20%. It is also important to remember that the person on the right said it was easier for him to stretch his hand the second time, and that happened due to the belief that he developed that he was able to do it. This principle of the stretching of our muscles of minds can be applied in our day-to-day life. Whether we are at home, at our work, at schools, or at other places, this can prove very useful to us. The same principle also can be applied in solving our daily life problems. For example, let us take our current situation of isolation. For some of us, this situation of isolation can be a huge problem. If we think that we cannot handle it, then there are more chances that we will struggle with it and will find it very hard to go through it. Contrary, if we believe that we can handle it and we can grow through it, then there are more chances that we are going to handle it and we are going to grow through it. Let me conclude with what Mahatma Gandhi observed about the psychology of belief. He said, "Men often become what they believe themselves to be. If I believe I cannot do something, it makes me incapable of doing it. But when I believe I can, then I acquire the ability to do it, even if I did not have it in the beginning." Dear friends, stay safe, stay blessed, use the muscles of your mind.